Good afternoon, folks. It's your man, all the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Badminton Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I hope y'all had a great weekend. Where I live at right here in North Carolina, we had a little rough one. We had to deal with a little storm. Ian came in a good ways into my state. Nothing too bad where I'm living at, other than the lights going in and out. So other people in Florida, like my heart goes out to you. I have ladies who I've become friendly with that live in Florida. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Yetta Mae Hensel, Amanda Schnooks, Daphne Carter, Kira Hall, and her husband Steven. Also, Janina Kowski and Nancy Lewis, who a while back, a month ago, she got an injury and she's recovering. But before we start this, I'm very excited about something that happened to me over the weekend. Right now, we have my partner, the hand of the Emperor right here.
Yo, yo. We're also getting the rain from the hurricane as well. It's currently moved up to here in Pennsylvania, so.
Yeah, well, you look, it's just that because I mean, people. I will hear news how people have really rough. I mean, some people they were waist deep water. Some places even
Yeah.
it's awful. And where I live in North Carolina. We're a coastal state, and
Yeah.
and when you're close to the coast, you're gonna get when it hits like around Florida. My niece, she lives in Atlanta, and I got a nephew. He's stationed in South Carolina, in Columbia. And when it hits Florida, it usually gets a good amount, and we get like a good bit of it. But we've been blessed that we haven't had anything heavy since I think Florence, and that's been a couple of years. And then the worst I think we had since then was Matthew. Matthew messed us up. It took a while for North Carolina to recover after Matthew. But anyway, folks, I en- I enjoy doing this content and doing this stuff on the women on bodybuilding, not just bodybuilding MMA, but bodybuilding is my bread and butter. Recently, a while back, I did a video for a particular lady who had a bad incident, and that is Alicia Young. And Alicia, and every time I post on Alicia, it's very popular. Guys love Alicia Young. She has she's a very wonderful lady. But Alicia posted on here on the video. This is a video where I talked about how she got into a little accident on her scooter, and she was in the hospital. She posted it. She talked about her on her social media, and I did a video for it. Well, anyway, Alicia saw the video, and this was like about a couple of days ago. She's under the title. Her YouTube title is Cocktails and Cleavage. We know about the cleavage, and she said to me, "Thank you for this sweet video. I'll be back on stage in 2023." And that's great. I mean, because we have not seen Alicia Young in a good while. She took a sit back this year. I know I saw she did an interview with Isabel Terrell on her Fit Rockstar podcast, where she talked about her mother was going through cancer. She was tending to her mother, and then we were hoping to see her come back, make a big return this year. But because of that happened, she really had to take care of her mother. I can understand that, taking care of a sick parent, because I took care of my mom for a good while, and it can be, really stressful. And this year she's not Olympia, now a women's strength ambassador, which really surprised me because she's been an ambassador the last couple of years. But I think what I'm hearing is some issues that she said she took a step back from the wings of strength and she was focused on this. But if she's coming back in 2023, we're hoping to see her. I hope she does well. We can't wait. Like I said, she has one of the best physiques out there. Very impressive. She's very feminine and very looking. Guys love her because anytime I post a video about Alicia Young, I have guys just they like it. They like it. They love Alicia Young. Right now, my partner he stepped out for a little bit. He'll come back on. But folks, like I said, today's subject is about a lady, particularly one of the most popular women in the sport of bodybuilding right now. And she is executive. She works at Wing Strength as an executive for European shows. She's a promoter with her own show, the Romania Muscle Fest, and she's a two-time Miss Olympia runner-up, and also Rising Phoenix runner-up. No, she didn't run up in Rising Phoenix. I think she took fourth for that show. I forget. She's a two-time Miss Olympia runner-up, and also she's a Rising Phoenix champion, and that is Alina Popa. And Alina is of just an amazing woman. And here's the thing is, I got to meet her in person. When I was just, oh my God, it was so great to meet her in person. Never, like I said, for this little country boy like myself, to meet someone like Melina Popa, who I've followed and seen on the internet and on social media, and seeing her compete on television when it used to have bodybuilding on television. Like, remember, you said ESPN used to show bodybuilding shows like up to about, well, they kind of stopped right about, I think, about 2007, 2006, when they kind of stopped showing female bodybuilding. By then, she wasn't on television, so it's just the internet. But Alina is very, she's a very businesswoman. She's a trainer. She's a coach. She coaches my dear friend, Miss Alina, Miss Tina S. Williams, Mrs. Tina S. Williams. I remember I told her that Alina, if I saw her, I would tell Alina. She said hello, and she took a picture with me. It was sweet of her. I mean, take the time off and give me the opportunity just to talk to her. But anyway, Alina has been in this game for a little over 20 years. The story of her life was, she grew up in Romania. And there, back in those days, Romania was, very under the rule of the communists. Back then you have the late Mikhail Gorbachev, who was, who was at the time when Lena was growing up, was the prime minister of Russia. She grew up, I think, good part of his era, because by the time then, I think Gorbachev, he was the prime minister during the time when Lena was growing up. But like I said, but Alina was she had a great look to it. When she first started out, remember, she was rich, and she had blonde hair, but she switched out of the blonde hair and went more toward a natural color. But Alina is, she's just a busy lady. Her history is just, she started out, I think, in the in NABBA. I think so. If my Hannah King can testify to that, because he's the guy he's really on his P's and Q's when talk about particular certain ladies.
I do, but I don't got my computer laptop with me at the moment, so
Yeah.
and I'm
We're
driving, so.
yeah.
But I know basic history of Alina. I haven't fully
Yeah, we can just
extended
go
my
with the
whole.
basics. Your
Yeah,
basics is
yeah.
good.
Um, yeah. So yeah, Alina. I think she's Romanian, but she also moved to Switzerland as well. So when
Yeah.
she's competing, sometimes it shows Switzerland, sometimes Romania. So that's an interesting factoid there. Um, One thing I remember about Alina is after Iris retired in 2014, I seriously thought she was going to be the next Miss Olympia. And then I found out, okay, the Miss Olympia is getting removed. And then I found out she's not competing that year and all this other stuff. She did eventually win a Rising Phoenix title, but it was a real shock to us. Um, she was basically regarded as like, I guess, second fiddle to Iris.
hmm Yeah, because she won the title. She was like second. I think 2013 when she got second place, and then 2014 where a lot of people were thinking that she should have won in 2014. And yeah, I feel like she could have.
I
Like I
mean,
said.
there's a whole bunch of like shows though where that happens. I mean, there was for like a few years, at least 1 or 2 years, where they thought Heather Armbrust was gonna take the title from Irish eventually, or something like that. I remember that speculation.
Also, I think Debbie Niski was also. I think that I think 2012 Debbie Niski took second, and
Yeah, she got
yeah,
pretty close, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because I think they fit the mold because both Heather Armbrust and they'll be very attractive women. They have the great looks about them.
Yeah.
But if that's the thing is, if they wanted to go with the more feminine looking women, they could went with them. But they went with Iris because she has a better physique. So man, JM 2022. What's up, George? Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. What's up to you? Alina is an amazing woman who is unequivocally gratifying both on competing on a bodybuilding stage and off being a commentator. Using big words, I know. He also said, or doing anything to do with Wings of Strength, interviewing athletes. Yeah, she does that. Her and Linda, and they do commentary after the shows. She was one of the FBB stars that clearly deserves the utmost respect in the industry. She does. And my man, Sean McMullen, uh, Alina Popa should have been Miss Olympia 2011, 2014. Well, I wouldn't say 2011 because she still was developing as an athlete, Sean. I think maybe, I would say honestly 2014, maybe 2013. But 2011, nah, she wasn't ready yet. She was just stewing and developing, and that's the thing about that. Uh, Chelsea Dion looks slimmer to Alina. Not really. I'm gonna say nah. Maybe when after she got her breast implants and the last Rising Phoenix that way a bit, but not really. I wouldn't put I wouldn't put Chelsea and Lena in the same boat like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, we're here. Yeah. Okay, we're here. Thank you, brother, for coming through. But as you were saying, there was that debate that Iris could have lost those couple of years, but there's always that story that felt like people felt like that Alina could have won that year. But I remember where she said that she had some kind of injury. It was one of her calves, and she had surgery. She lost the calf. That was about 2015, I believe. Then she came back
Yeah.
in 2016. She didn't do well at that Rising Phoenix. I think that was the year Margie won her second show, and she got fourth place. And there's always a controversy about that year because that's the year where Iris wanted to come back, but
Yeah.
Iris, there was issues. Some people they told Iris that she had to do another show. But if you can let Alina do a show, now she hadn't competed since almost 2 years. Why not let Iris? It's only fair, But we're not gonna talk too much about Iris, so we're gonna talk about more on Alina. And as I said before, Alina is a busy lady. She has her businesses. She has, she's working with Wings of Strength. She just recently this weekend she was back in Romania, and she has a show. It's actually a pro. It's a amateur show, which is the Valhalla Warriors. They had it that Saturday, and I believe she promotes that show. It's in Romania. Here she is, and and that's a good thing that she's evolving from just being anything, just being a bodybuilder to be a businesswoman and a promoter and do
Yeah.
commentary. You know, this is a show. I think I took some pictures here. It's the second annual Valhalla Warriors, and it is a NPC level show. We just Strength is promotes it. I believe they have women's bodybuilding, NPC divisions. And most of you have figure, physique, women's bodybuilding, men's classic. Pretty much. Everybody receives entry free for the Romanian Muscle Fest and also for the Olympia if you win. And much respect to Lena. She's given a stage for a lot of competitors that live overseas that don't have the opportunities. Here she is with Jake Wood. That's GM Mannion. That's Jim Mannion's grandson, Tyler, Linda Murray, and I keep forgetting this one of the chick's name. I saw her at Savannah. I think it's Alexandria, something other. I think she works like as an assistant, as a or something like that. And she got a big old butt too. I'm sorry, just slip of the tongue. And and Lena, she's just an amazing lady. And respect to her and her passion for the sport. The big question is, what's the next step for Alina? As you know, she trains other competitors, and such as Tina. She trains Tina Williams back. She trains Tina Williams, and I know I'm talking to Tina, and Tina's been her coach for the last year or so. And she trained Lisa Cross and a couple other competitors. Well, my partner just dropped off because I think he had to do this errand, but he'll come back in a minute. But like I said, Alina has been an amazing competitor, an amazing woman, an amazing you know person of great respect. You know, she works hard, and I know a lot of you guys, you're a fan of her physique. I remember a while back, you know, Lena was on IG, and she was talking how she had lot of some ladies in the other divisions, most notably physique, also bikini, approaching her about the wings of strength, try to get into wings of strength. But the thing is, wings of strength is about bodybuilding, and those other divisions, especially bikini and a couple others, you get sponsors a lot easier than women's bodybuilding and wings of strength. But I think wings of strength should extend olive leaves to physique to me, and I think Alina would be a perfect person to uh, reach out to her because she's like a face of the wings of strength. Anastasia Kovalova was on the guest posers at the Valhalla Warrior show. Amazing physique. She's my pick to win the Romanian Pro. Oh yeah, I follow Anastasia. She's huge, Sean. She's huge. I've talked to her a few times on social media. I know she's probably going to do the Romania. I even told her do also the Europa Championship. That's the week before the Romania. I think it's the same. It's the Europa Championship the same week um as the Rising Phoenix, and also she's a Wing Strength ambassador, so she has to represent Wings of Strength as an ambassador. But we saw a couple of pictures of Alina from back in the day, and this is when she was young. You see how she was young. Wow, she had a great physique, I think as being a purist, I loved it when she didn't have breast implants. I'm going to honestly say that I think she had a beautiful physique, great lines, great definition. I mean, it was just amazing body. Look at the legs. You know, that's from her. I think it was like 2000 and it cuts it off right there. That was her at the I believe that was the 2013 uh that 2013 I think it was 20, say it was 2 years ago. So we have a new season soon. This is a timing pick. It's where I lived at stage 3 years ago, and now what would be reverse transformation full circle. So this is like I think this was 2008. This picture here on the your left, my right, my left, your right, and the other one is her. In 2011 when she competed at the, at the Miss Olympia, and she looked amazing. I mean, damn. I mean, you kind of, you just think about it, you always have the pictures and the memories, you know, of these ladies back in the day when they used to compete. But like I said, I'm a big fan of Lena. I think she had a great physique, great look to her, just one of these women that really kind of stood out. And like I said, I keep saying I'm a fan of these European female bodybuilders. They really represent themselves. They have a great look to them, great style, great, definition, especially from those Eastern Bloc countries, like from Eastern Romania and the Eastern Bloc countries really put out some great female bodybuilders. Here you go. A man, JM 2020. You think Alina would compete again if she had a chance? Well, JM, I don't think so. I think Alina is going to focus on her current situation. I think, but you never can say never. With some people, my partner just glanced in.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got disconnected or something.
That's all right. Just welcome back. That's all right. But we have one of our followers. This is Ashley. Do you think Alina will ever come back, or or she just thinks she's done?
Maybe. I mean, I didn't think Isabel Terrell would come back after so many years, but she did. So there's always never say never.
Hmm. Well, Isabel, it wasn't as long as Alina because Alina had competed since 2018. But Isabel had 2019, so you never know. I know some competitors that have been out for 10 years and came back. But you never know. Maybe she,
Well, there was one Miss Olympia competitor came back after it was the Dutch one, I think.
Dutch one. There's a lot of Dutch. Or you talk about Helena?
Miss Olympia competitor who won after being gone for like 10 years. I'll look up the name.
Yeah, but I know one lady I become acquainted with, Miss Melody Horton. She competed back in her
Oh,
last.
Juliet Bergman.
Yeah, Judith Bergman. Oh yeah, because Judith was gone. She was gone almost like nearly 15 years, I believe. Just about
Yeah,
15 years. Yeah, like I said, it's true. It's been gone that long. Came back. I know. With I said talk about Melody Horton. She stopped competing after her last competition. That was '99. That was at that Miss Olympia, where it was the last one from Kivsvetsky, and she came back after she had her kids and decided she wanted to have passion for it. It's all dependent. Maybe it'd be she might have to not do any kind of wing strength shows because there might be a little prejudice towards her. Maybe do if she does come back, I would tell Jelena, either do a show like New York, Omaha, or maybe Chicago, or maybe not too many of the Tim Gardner shows because some people feel like you might get too much prejudice being who you are. But she takes I would say give her a year or two off, and she concentrated. She'll come back if she wants to. You know,
you know.
yeah. My man JM 2022. Alina had presentation in 3D muscle that was so eye popping and beautiful, but obtained her she obtained her femininity, not feminism. Well, femininity. That's what you want to say. But yeah, that's what I thought about. She was very great muscle, very aesthetically pleasing, and that was debate about that last Olympia in 2014, where the judges could have went with Alina, and if they went with Alina that year, I feel like this, and you might can agree with me or not, again, Jen, that I think they would have kept down Miss Olympia if Alina was Miss Olympia.
I don't know about that, but
That's,
again, it's like I don't know like their decision making and all this.
yeah,
It's like all this stuff is done behind closed doors, and it's
yeah,
like
no. Yeah, like
you
we
don't really
know,
have like a
yeah, like with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he just pushed out another division from his Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and that is physique. And I said, that's not fair. I mean, figure. He pushed out figure physique. Also he did men's 212, and it's not fair. These ladies get less, get pushed out. And he's usually the reason say, well, it's a financial reason. But the thing is, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not like he can't afford it. And plus, it's not him paying for it. A lot of it's most times it's promoters. And a lot of promoters would throw their money behind him because he's Arnold. But we get on that shit.
yeah.
We got this. Where my man JM, I know for sure that Linda Murray would never compete because she's made it clear she's retired. Yes, and a while back, Linda did last year had knee surgery, and Linda is almost 60. That's why there's women who are in their 60s that come, that still compete. But the fact is, Linda, she's done. She made her comeback a few years ago, and I think she's not gonna do another comeback.
Yeah.
Alina had very aesthetically pleasing physique. It was great to see her win the Rise of Phoenix in 2018. Yeah, it was pretty good, because I think it was more like vindication for her after some people feel like she was cheated out of the Miss Olympia, but Iris is a tough person to beat. She's tough. She is amazing condition, amazing physique, but she was there. But if I say this, the judges, if they felt like Alina deserved it, they should have gave it to her. But that's debate. Now, as you know, she's a trainer also. and she trains my dear friend Miss Tina S. Williams. I know her and Tina been doing it for a good while, friends and trainer and coach, and and she has also trained a lady who's making a comeback, and that is Lisa Cross. And that's Lisa Cross. We haven't seen her in a while. Yesterday I did a video about her, a live stream about her last Monday. My partner missed out. Lisa, from what we've seen, Lisa looks pretty good. I mean, she looks in great condition. I mean, she's. I talked to her a little bit on social media. She's really ready to come back because it's been a long time. It's been like she hadn't competed. She last time competed was the same time that Alina competed in 2018. So we hope she does pretty good. So, but what do you think about Alina? As a just not just as a bodybuilder, as a woman, as an athlete, as a businesswoman. What do you think about Alina Popa?
I think she's amazing. Like, nothing really more I can add to that other than just, she's got an amazing career. I wish it was a bit longer, but,
Hmm.
as they say, these things can only go on for so long. Um, I hopefully we'll see more Romanian bodybuilders come out of that territory. Should be interesting to see. Um, yeah, nothing really more to add to that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, I think we might maybe get. We heard with that new show, the Valhalla show. That's which is a show for amateurs. Also has a Romanian Muscle Fest, which is also a pro. Also, there's a pro and it's a pro qualifier, and also it's an Olympic qualification show. So that's a great that is getting opportunity for a lot of competitors who live overseas, who can't afford or may have some kind of issue to come here with America, to come here to the United States. But we hope she does more. I will, like her and Linda Murray, they're a brand now. They're promoters. It'd be great if Alina promotes another show here in the states. Have one her with her name on it. I think that would be great. Because as you know, Indie Pro is been retired, and so we're not gonna have that show. And we just had Real Body for his first time in it for 7 years. After it's been around for 7 years. The Big Man Weekend is gone because I think he dropped it, or they dropped Women's Bodybuilder. I think the Big Man Weekend's gone total because I looked at the physique list and didn't have it. And even though there's more stages for bodybuilding than it was in the last few years, still it's kind of up and down. You get a stage, you lose a stage, and it's just sometimes just crazy what's going on. My man JM 2022, I agree with you. Alina Popa is, if she was Miss Olympia after Iris, she could have carried the division in more feminine look, plus keep the sport alive. I think so too. I think she could have done that. Alina was currently competing. If Alina was currently competing, this is from Sean McMillan. You think she could take the title from Andrea Shaw? I don't know.
no.
That's Andrea. Oh, that's a tough one. Sean, you really give me a tough one. Uh,
She'd have to come in her best shape, and Andrea would have to come in her worst shape.
Yeah, she has to be in her best shape. And the thing is also that Lena is much older now. But some women do hit their muscle maturity around about. She's in her because I think October this month is going to be Alina's birthday. I think her birthday is the 17th or the 16th, I believe. And because she's going to be 43 or 44. I believe, my man, he can pull it up for us and let us know because he's the emperor. He's my hand of the king, hand of the emperor, man of information. And I think I know this is
43.
yeah. And
Not
when's
really
her
that
birthday?
old.
Yeah, and
October 12th, coming up.
well, so her birthday's coming up next week. So I would do a video for Mr. Popa, and I will post it on her, because like I said, it was a pleasure for me to meet her in person. She was walking down the stairs at the venue at Savannah, and I was just down there charging my phone, do little stuff, and I just saw her. I said, Miss Popa, I want to tell you to say hello. That Tina Williams told me to say hello if I saw you, and I took her pictures with her. I talked to her a little bit. It was just, it was just so me. I would thought never in my life I would meet her in person. I got to
Yeah.
see like other ladies such as Annie Riccio, who is a legend, one of my favorites back in the day. I got to see, Donald Solis, Stephanie Fletcher, talk to my different, ladies I become friends with, like Sheena Olick and also Kira Hall, her husband Steven, a couple of ladies. I hope maybe I get some onto my channel for a live stream interview for in the future. You know, my man JM 2022, Lisa Cross at the Rising Phoenix is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Also, JM saying, Charlotte Miller disagreed with you 100%. The state of the condition that Andrea Shaw has is going to be extremely difficult for Alina to even match up to in the point going against Andrea. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. My man, Duke, my man, Big Duke, 40, fourth quarter talk. Salute Big George panel in chat. Salute to my man, Big Duke. Go to his channel, watch his live stream. I even watch him now and then. Me and him talking on the phone, my man Big Duke, appreciate his brother. Shout out to him. Much respect to him. It would be a great to see Lisa Cross back on stage at the Rising Phoenix, but she would make the top three. I don't know, Sean. It could be tough. I think we should do another show, not just the Rising. She's gonna go back to Europe. She's going back to England. She can go. She might as well just go ahead and do the Romanian Muscle Fest. She hadn't done it since, I think she hadn't done it since 2018 or 20. I think 2018, 2019. She actually did the Romanian Muscle Fest. I believe it's been a while. It's been a while. But but the thing is, yeah, about the whole thing with her and between Andrea. I know her and Andrea are really cool. Being both they are in this sport. I'm gonna drop a couple pictures right here in a second, fellas. I think it'd be just something to see. Andrea Shaw versus Alina Popa. I mean, I think a lot of guys would love to see. A lot of guys would love to see that. That'd be a great showdown. It'd be like something like Corey Everson versus Linda Murray.
Yeah.
Or trying to think of another one. Ken Zavetsky versus Iris Kyle. But I think by the time she did compete, no, wait a minute, come here. Did Iris King? No,
they did compete with each other once.
I think that was back in '99.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Just once.
Yes, once. But it would be great if if Kim didn't retire. What's another? I think another good one would be like, let's say Margie Martin versus Margie. Who's Margie? Margie competes just about with everybody. Like, Margie, just by everybody. So, but yeah, I think that'd be a tough show to pick between. I think Alina has to really come in her best condition if she wants to beat Andrea. She has to really come super. And like I said, she's still, they both are very feminine, lovely women. I think, even here, this picture right here, if Alina just had a little more size, you can see, look at Andrea's guns. Look at her shoulders. Look at her delts. But Alina's still in good shape. And like I said, she's just 42, gonna be 43 in the 12th. And they're both, like I said, very pleasing, very attractively pleasing women. And I like Andrea. Andrea has a great personality. People I've talked to about, who know Andrea Shaw, who met Andrea Shaw, said she's an amazing lady. And she just has a great look to her. I'm gonna just one more picture for you, Smos, because I know you're like this one here. Oh my God! Imagine if you come in and Lena was on your bed. Oh, and I said, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. It's hard for Alina since she's not been competing for a long time since 2016. Well, actually, Jay, since 2018. That's been barely 4 years since 2018. I wish I could have seen Heather Palicki armburst. And I follow her on social media. She looks pretty good. She looks like she could maybe come back. She might be better for her to do physique, not women's bodybuilding. I think it'd be better. Hey, how are y'all doing? Thank you, Giselle. How are you doing, man? My man, Jim. Bonnie Priest could have been pleasant surprise at the Phoenix just as an audience member. Yeah, I like Bonnie Priest. One of his great sets of abs in the sport of bodybuilding. Andrea's quads is huge. And I got to see Andrea also live in person, and she's amazing,
Yeah.
Andrea Shaw is a Smo's dream come true. Yeah, I know, Sean. She's a Smo's wet dream come true for you. but Alina is no slouch. I mean, here's one more little picture here. And you know, I'm just going to say hubba hubba. First, like I said again, I wish she never got the breast implants. I loved the physique before. I think she got them. It helped her maybe get a little bit more, a little more aesthetically pleasing, femininity wise. But she still was a very beautiful woman. You know, and the thing she's doing with the Wings of Strength with Jake Woods, her and Linda and all these other people, they really have been saving bodybuilding. Women's bodybuilding, they've been really giving a lifeline. Many people have been for years calling, putting a nail in the coffin for women's bodybuilding. Now, this is I'll play this little clip real quick. This is Alina. This is a while back.
Alina Popa here with Wings of Strength. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want to address one particular situation that we ran into recently with the ambassadorship, with the brand ambassadorship program that we have for Wings of Strength. When we received all these applications, we got actually quite a lot of applications and requests, even from the women's physique division and even bikini. And there were quite a few questions asking why do we offer this program only to female bodybuilders. So I wanted to make this video and address that. In 2014, when the last Olympia was, before they came back last year, um, we all know that at that time the female bodybuilding division was kind of like dying. At that point, Arnold has dropped it already for 1 year. Olympia just announced this the last year. There were maybe 3 or 4 shows out there, open for female bodybuilders to compete. So what happened is that Jake Wood and Wings of Strength decided to step in and sponsor and promote all of these events that would include women's bodybuilding division in an attempt to not let the division die just like that. So Jake said we need to get a form of sponsorship in here in order to encourage the athletes to compete and also give them, at least a good way to prepare and come in shape for these shows. And I know very well personally, how it felt to be doing what you're passionate about, be at the top of your game, and feel that you're being dropped out. It is not a nice feeling, right? There were a lot of emotions associated with that. When at that point I've been doing bodybuilding for 15 years, and pretty much the message was, your division is not wanted anymore. You're not wanted anymore. So that will come with a lot of issues and how can I put it? They would come with a lot of consequences in the fact that you don't feel valued, you don't feel valuable for the sport anymore. Anyway, in order to get all of that, Jake decided to start the sponsorship slash brand ambassadors.
So that's the thing is, that's why Wing Strength was started. The Ambassadors Program was started because it saved female bodybuilding. And much respect to Jake Wood and the Rise of Phoenix. I mean, sorry, the Wings of Strength for what he did, and much respect to Alina for coming here and representing women's bodybuilding and doing what she does. My man G Cell, he says, you think Andrea could have dethroned Iris in her prime? I don't know.
Prime? No.
No, I don't think. Andrea in her prime versus Iris in the prime? Nah, that's a stretch, G Cell. Margie Martin has better quads than Andrea. She does, but that's it. She has
That's just
more.
one thing. Yeah.
That's one thing, and that's the thing about it. I ain't gonna lie, Margie has some monster quads.
Yeah.
It's my man KL. Don't go against nature. Stop tipping us with Alina naked with the towel. Well, don't be looking. Listen. Open your ears. Well, let's face it, guys. The chat, both women would be Schmo dream come true. And that's true by Andrea and Alina. Now, if somebody said D pics, don't start uh, lecturing. Well, simply, well, yes, you shouldn't do that. No one, you shouldn't send no of these ladies deep. It's, it's borderline sexual harassment. Some people don't want to see that shit. No one see your little weaker walker. No one see that. No one want to see that. Alina, oh my God, yes, with hands covering the goodies, I like it. And my man KL, I like her Alina accent. That's being that she's Romanian, and she also, as she said again, she knows other languages too. So other than just Romanian, but she lived in Switzerland for a long time, so she knows how to speak Swiss. Even Alina's hands are huge and muscular. Yeah, I know you want to do with those hands, don't you, G Self? And I feel like these female bodybuilders show a lot of politics of, especially with the different divisions. Yeah, and we know I talked to some people I know, become acquainted with how there's different, like this kind of like it's like a clique. You're in high school, you have the jocks, you had the cheerleaders, you had the brainy people, you had the rich kids, you had the emo kids, you had the kids that wasn't like kind of like me and Jen. We weren't that popular. We're just in our own group. That's what it is, like a clique. Like any division, they're kind of like all different cliques, and they all have different issues. But in a way, one thing I said is physique. We just should open the doors to women's physique, because the fact is that division is getting the same kind of stank eye as women's bodybuilding. Because pretty much, it wasn't for women's bodybuilding, it wouldn't be no physique, wouldn't be no fitness, wouldn't be no figure, and and with those other divisions like bikini and wellness. Well, bikini was around before that. It's just something that they brought into bodybuilding. And in truth, yeah, bikini did start off from bikini, but it evolved like that. And wellness is also the division that kind of evolved from women's bodybuilding. But it's just that Alina, what she has done for the last few years with the Wings of Strength, and with her, is with her interest in bodybuilding, her passion and love for it. I want to appreciate that. That's why I'm doing this live stream, because not because because we don't have much else to talk about, but because appreciate a woman who has stood up and stood fast for the sport for all these years, and still in just what more can I say? But my partner, what can you say about Lena?
She's amazing. I don't know what else more to say. It's like you can speculate that a billion different times. She's amazing, and hope her career goes on.
Yeah,
and other than that, I do have some ideas for stuff we can talk about. I got some articles. I'll send them to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to head on out, my man, because I'm gonna eat this hoagie. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starving right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I think we covered a lot today. So next time, hopefully, we'll cover some more.
Yeah, we will. I appreciate it, brother. Come, have a great day. Enjoy your hoagie, and chew, don't swallow.
Yep.
Alrighty, we'd like to thank my man, the hand of the Emperor Jin, for coming through. Hope he has enjoyed his hoagie. I'm gonna say a few more minutes, folks, before I head out, because, like I said, I know you guys like to come in and talk. We have here. I can't get the popular girls to talk to me. Well, Kaya, it's hard to get with the popular girls, because those women, they usually go by who's like, they might go with somebody like DD on Spot or the Female Bodybuilder channel. It's hard to get them. But if you can get with the women who are up and comers, it's good to get with those. Those ladies, we genuinely love to have people, tell their stories. You have to work at it. It takes a while. It's not going to be easy. It took me a good while for I got people like Nancy Lewis and Rhonda Lee Krasma and I'm also, Marianne and a couple others. It took a while. It took me a while. It's never gonna be easy, but you'll eventually get it. You just gotta be patient. Nothing beats a big female bodybuilder with big hands. Oh man, you're crazy, G. Let's say hypothetically, Iris return to Olympia show in the future. Do you still see her reigning is a reigning former Miss Olympia threat to anyone competing now? Jade, no, because Iris has been out for long as she has. She was supposed to compete in 2020 when they brought back Miss Olympia, but then she got sick. She had to drop out. I know she says she has an interest in competing, but you never know. But it's up to her. If she really wants to come back, she can come back. If not, you know. But I don't think she can beat Iris. I mean, I don't think Iris can beat Andrea. It'd be luck. I would say like this. I think Iris would be lucky if she cracks the top 5 at that show. And this year's Olympia is no longer top 3 that qualify for Olympia. It's no longer top 5 that qualify for Olympia. It's top 3. So Iris has to either crack the top 5 or crack the top 3. And you still have people like, if she was competing this show, you have to deal with Angela Yo. You have Margie. You have Michaela Aycock. Possible like people like Sherry Priami. You can't forget Donna Salib if how well she's gonna come in. Eva Montgomery. Chelsea Dion. And also a couple others. Who could probably might present a better physique over Iris's. It's gonna be tough. Honestly, it's gonna be tough. You know, my man, Sean, Andrew versus Iris would be interesting. It would be. I think people would love to see that. That'd be a matchup. We almost had it, but like I said, Iris got sick. Sean McMillan, I remember that contest. Sean Arnold had to come out and say, "Screw the judges." Then later on, Paula came out in regular clothes and flipped the bird on the judges. Oh yeah, I think I just missed that. This is that. Yeah, Sean talked about that. I just missed it. So like, it's been politically since Paula Perkinshaw got screwed over in 92 Mr. International. Yeah, and I thought Paula Perkinshaw was amazing. She had a great physique. She should have got, if not winning, maybe got in the top 3 of that show. And she got 8th place. I mean, I used to follow her. She used to be on Facebook a lot. She used to talk a bit on Facebook. But she don't not on social media much anymore. She after that she retired. She came back, did a couple more competition, then she retired. But the man, KL, we'll see. Thanks. Yeah, just KL like folks out there. KL's trying to do interviews for his channel because he does some great stuff, great videos and stuff on his channel. He wants to get into the more into doing live streams. We want to wish KL best of luck in that. Like I say, it's gonna be tough. Like I said, you might want to start with girls in the amateurs. Those ladies who are up and coming. Who have great opportunities. I would say reach out to some amateurs. Also, get the girls who are not the top shelf women. It's good. Like I would love to do interviews with Alina, Andrea Shaw, Myla Ash. Most definitely Mona Persolet, and I'm trying to get Eva Montgomery on. You ain't even been talking. I hope we get her on sometime soon. Donna Salib, I got to see talking to Donna Salib. I hope we get her on soon too. I'd love to get some of the top women on, but it's hard to get. Some women just not. They're. I don't know. It's just their preference. They may want to work with somebody. I know. One time I talked to Iris about coming on, and Iris told me she said she has deals like that, But if she has the time, I would love to get Iris on because it'd be great to get a former Miss Olympia champion. It'd be great to get her on there. It'd be great. There you go. Chelsea Dion. I still think Chelsea Dion. And she never responded. Teresa Vasic. If I post something on Teresa Vasic, she'll see it. But she did interview a man. She did an interview, and also she did the photo with my man Glenn Young over at the Amazon Fitness. Hey folks, I'm gonna leave a link because Glenn he's selling he's putting out hard copies of his Amazon Fitness magazine. So if you're interested in getting that magazine, I will leave his link in the description. You can go check it out and see, if you're interested in getting a hard copy for yourself. Well, and because what, Amazon Fitness magazine, we want this magazine to grow, and I know it's guys like you who are a fan of women's bodybuilding, who will support the magazine, who will read the articles, or you're like Playboys, you like you say with Playboys, you're reading for the articles, but the magazine would really appreciate any of y'all who are fans on it. You can reach out to Glenn and try to get yourself a hard copy. Also, join his channel. I know I got a subscription. I think and just support this magazine. We really want to see it grow. We really want to see Premium Bodybuilder have a place where they when they lost that years ago. I mean, they used to be in the magazines, but they stopped having them. You know, I mean, KLA. All right, I would definitely let you know. Thank you. Good luck, brother. I hope you get Eva Montgomery. I hope so too. I hope so too. I hope she does have time for me. Mona Porcelay. I love to get Mona if I can. I mean, Mona. She moved to Texas now. She in the States. And Eve Montgomery, Don Sleeve, two of the most impressive physiques this year. Yeah, and I got to see Donna and even hug her. So don't be jealous. I got to see you hug Donna. And J Cell, I love huge bodybuilder. You mean bodybuilders? Oh yeah, everybody loves the big girls. But folks, I ain't gonna be out here too much longer. It's already 4 o'clock. I usually by this time I get ready and start my supper. But I really appreciate y'all, and I know y'all fans of these ladies, especially Alina Popa and all these other ladies. Here we go. Who is Andrew Shaw's biggest competition if you have to pick one competitor who is qualifying for this year's Olympia? Well, I'm going to say, because I saw them both on the stage together, Savannah, JM, I'm going to say Mona Porcelay. I saw both her and Mona on stage together, Savannah, because they were both guest posing at the show. They came out, give us a little peek preview of what's going to happen at the Rising. Both those ladies are damn impressive. Mona looked really good. Mona, like I said, I say this. Mona could have done Savannah. She's come in just a little drier. She came in a little drier. Mona could have done that show and probably beat Ashley Hadley. But from people I talked to, I know they said that Mona's focused on the Rising Phoenix. She's hoping to win that show and get a qualification, or possibly take second place, which give enough points because she already has 12 points, which put her a point behind behind Kim. Kim, what's her name? Kim, not Kim. Michelle Jen. So because she has 20. She was in a 4-way. Her, the chick from Brazil, Stephanie, and Sheena. Sheena has 14 points that she got at the Savannah, and you still have Mona, Stephanie, and the chick from Brazil. Stephanie, I saw that Stephanie's not going to do the Rising Phoenix, so she's going to be out for the rest of the season. This is another opportunity she missed for Olympia twice. And the chick from Brazil, she has to do she might have to do this. The chick from Brazil, she has to probably do the Europa Championships and the remaining Muscle Fest to get enough points, which gets her past Michelle Jen. If she can get past Michelle Jen, because the top 3 now in points, Michelle Jen, Sherry Priami, and Sheena Olick. Michelle with 22, Sherry with 17, and Sheena with 14. Sheena has to get in the top 5 to get enough points where she won't have to miss the Olympic qualification for this year. She has to, or she can try to do the remaining Muscle Fest. That's the only 2 choices she has. And for Mona, she has to either win the Romanian or take second. Even if she takes third, it should be enough points to get her into the Rising Phoenix. I mean, into the Olympia. But she has to get enough points or qualify. If she don't get enough points, or then she can probably do the remaining Muscle Fest. She has won before. No, she didn't win before. She didn't win that one last. She was in top 5 last time. But like I said, but anyway, folks, I really appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, I really appreciate my partner, the Hand of the Emperor Jin. I hope he enjoyed his hoagie. I want to appreciate my man JM2022, KL Dogo Against Nature, G Cell, Sean McMillan. Also, my man Big Duke for coming through, dropping that like. Folks, this is MuscleTalk 104. Look at my channel. I am now almost just 30 subs away from 1,000 subscribers. And I really appreciate y'all supporting me, yo. That's why I say I appreciate y'all sharing, commenting, liking, subscribing to my channel. You know, right here. Have you seen Natalia Koboleva? I don't know how her spell her name, last name. Oh, the Russian chick. She was there at the. I saw her actually in person. She was there at the Savannah. She's not competing in any shows this year. She's a weight strength ambassador. She looks pretty good. I seen she posted some pictures of her doing some modeling stuff, but she's not competing this year. I think she's got to stay out this year. We might see her come back next year. You know, I think she's out this year. So we're not seeing her quick. But she was wearing. I saw it. She was actually. I remember seeing her. She was like a seat behind me. I didn't recognize her until she walked past me, and then I realized, oh, that's what's the face. You know, the Rush chickens don't smile. You know, Sheena, I don't think will crack the top 5 this year's Olympia. Just saying the competition is heavy. Well, yeah, but she may not even crack the top 5 at the Rising Phoenix too, JM. Because I love Sheena. I think she's a great lady. She's a great competitor. I sent her a little package this afternoon. I mean this morning, and I hope she gets it. Appreciation to her. I don't think if she can crack the top 5 at the Rising, that can help her. But the Miss Olympia, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think she'll be lucky if she can crack the top 10. I think she's still a bit undersized for women's bodybuilding. I saw a picture with another lady who was at the Savannah. Her and was it Lucina Esquilin, have you seen her name? She's from Luciana's from my state of North Carolina. She lives in Fayetteville. They did a photo session for the Tampa when they were both at Tampa, and you can barely tell the difference. Even though Lucina competes as physique and Sheena competes as bodybuilder, you can never really. If you see the pictures, you can't really tell the difference between the both of them. They both look like either you could say that they're both bodybuilders or they're both physique competitors. I think Sheena, she's very tall, lean, athletic, look built. I think it's a lot harder for her to put on the size to compete with the bigger girls. So she can probably crack the top. If she can crack the top 10, that's good for her. But the last couple of Olympias since then, she hasn't done that well. But much respect to her anyway. Is she huge in person, or are you seen her pics? She's tall. Giselle, she's kind of tall. Cause I know she was standing right beside. She did a picture with her and Stephanie Fletcher, but she might be wearing high heels. But she looks like she's a good size. She's kind of tall. My man Marcus Bell, salute to you all the way. George Page coming through, smashing that like. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Marcus. Marcus. You probably already gone by now, but what do you think of that whole thing on the Invicta last week with Brittany Cloudy? You can just post a comment. We'll talk about it later on the other channel on my coach's Lions Den women's mixed martial arts page. But much respect to you. But folks, like I said, I am going to duck out. I'm gonna go ahead and in about maybe a few minutes I want to start my supper. I do appreciate y'all coming through, commenting, sharing, subscribing, supporting, not just my channel, but also the ladies out there in world of bodybuilding. Here's the thing I'm also going to keep saying to you out there. If you are somebody who has the means and the way to help a woman in this sport, a woman in female bodybuilding, not just female bodybuilding, physique also, figure, some of the ladies who are having a hard time to find a sponsor. If you genuinely want to sponsor these ladies without looking for something out from it, just use a fan who want to see an athlete progress in their career, please do. Please, these ladies can use all the support they can get, any help they can get, any way that could really help them in their path. It's good for them. They can really use it. And we want to show it and let them know we're fans and we support them. So, like I said, once again, I'd like to thank my man, JM 2022, KL, Don't Go Against Nature, Sean McMillan, my man, Big Duke, Big Duke, G-Cell. I'm surprised Balls Deep didn't come in. Well, we got a break from Balls Deep. But she, Chicago, he stayed in Chicago. Also, my brother Marcus Bell, all y'all for coming through. Also, again, my partner in crime, the hand of the Emperor Jin. I appreciate him for coming through. Hope you enjoying his hoagie. But like folks, again, I'd like to thank y'all for coming through to listen to Most Talk episode 104. If y'all have a subject you want me to talk about, you can put it in the comment section. Me and Jim would get together. We'll put our thoughts. We'll talk about it because there's not too many shows left for women's bodybuilding. I might do some shows outside women's bodybuilding. Like I might do shows like we do physique, like I did with the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic in the UK. Try to really extend it because it's getting harder. When after this season, it's going to be really not much to talk about because after December, after the Olympia, you'll have no real bodybuilding shows for women. There's going to be shows for the other divisions, but we'll try to find something subject we're going to talk about. But please share, comment, like, subscribe. Support my channel and also support those ladies out there in the sport of competitive bodybuilding. And like I said, I am going to be head out. And I wish y'all a great rest of the day. Happy Halloween. It won't be long for Halloween because it seems like the month just started, but it won't be long for it's Halloween. So anyway, this is your man, Always Yours page, aka the Emperor. If you know how to talk, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.